Start hoking my ways first of all this time, sort of marking it till the end and not having much time to talk about his book. My book is coming out in May, very cool. It's all about digital learning for everyone. Please buy it, it is very cool. It's about me talking and whinging and being sarcastic about people using computers because that's what I do best. One of the things I got really annoyed at recently is when Paul Baker left us to go to the Met and work with Sharon. He left me in charge of e-learning in the school, and which is great. He's very enthusiastic, that was brilliant. But I got talked to by a member of a different faculty one day who genuinely did not know that our VLE did marking and let you submit work. And it let me think of this quote by Grace Murray Hooper. Grace Murray Hooper is one of my all-time favourite people. Big person in computer science, really fantastic. She's an admiral, and she really is one of the best. She says, a ship in port is safe, but that's not what it's for. What you need to do is sail out to sea and do new things with it. I think my microphone's not working, but never mind, we'll go for it. So I really had a thought. It's so hard to stop using that VLE just to store files. You're not using it right. It's not being used properly. Please, if you are a teacher that just sticks all of your lesson resources up on your VLE and goes, there you are, kids, have a look, please stop doing that. It is much more than that. I have stopped doing that. I've made students take notes. I've made students make their own information available on the VLE, which has really changed the way they're learning, okay? Staff lose interest in VLEs very quickly. How many have you been through in your school? How many have you been through? In my short teaching career, I have taught with about 4 different VLEs, because it's brilliant for the first 6 months, and then people are sick of uploading new files. Using it once in a while for your rockstar lesson is pathetic, quite frankly, and I've done it myself. But if you don't use it, and it's not sustainable, and it's not a typical lesson, your students will forget about it. So, what do you do? Well, first of all, don't get caught up in platform wars. I don't care if you use Moodle, I don't care if you use Frog. I'd much rather you use it properly, okay? A VLE is all about sharing of ideas, getting your students to contribute, talking back to them, using Google Docs, using Twitter. I genuinely do not use a VLE with my year 13s. What I do, I set up a Twitter account and I tweet stuff to them and they tweet stuff back to me. Very easy. I set them homework the other day as I was sending them out of the room because somebody said something that interested me, tapping on my phone as I followed them out the corridor. It's very, very powerful. Using something like Schoology or what's the other one called, Edmodo, for free, honestly, is much better than spending a fortune on something like Frog that a few teachers are going to use really, really well and everyone else is going to fail on. Schoology and Edmodo look like Facebook. The kids love it. It's brilliant. Have a look. Have a play with it. And mix it up a little bit. Use different ones for different ages. But use it to inform teaching because what we've done with it, and I use Moodle so I can hack it, is I built stuff. I hacked it apart. I built stuff in PHP myself. That post-it idea is very powerful. We use it a lot. I built an online version of that post-it idea. So when students log into our VLE, they can do stuff with it. They can post it. I built a system for logging self-evaluations of departments and blasting them out there so everyone can see them, so we're all accountable to each other. You know, we've also built a system for students to sign up for clubs, just using the VLE, getting it integrated day to day. That's my specialist skill set. That's why I like Moodle. But you can use different tools, as we've seen tonight, different ways of achieving these same things. The most important thing about a VLE is it's a place for you to replace yourself. You can update yourself to a nice, spangly, thinner version, like the Devil Mr. Spock here, very cool. Just by recording stuff. We've seen loads of these things today, loads of examples of teachers recording and repeating lessons. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting students to do debates and recording them and putting them online. So next year we've got a big bag of them to start with. I don't have to sit there and talk to them for an entire lesson. I can sit back and look at their learning and teach them to be reflective, powerful learners. We can turn our teaching time to allow us to focus on teaching them to enjoy their learning and get involved in it and really start thinking about it. You should not have to be the mouthpiece for a textbook. You can use your skills, sit down one-on-one and talk to these students and really help them out. And the VLE allows that, yeah? One thing I'm really excited about at the moment, which I've just started doing, is giving students 20% of their lesson time for their own project. Google do it, and they get some amazing stuff out of it. So far I've got students making random YouTube videos and silly stuff. I don't care, they're learning stuff, they're learning useful skills for me. Finally, e-learning is just learning. It's been said a few times tonight. It is just learning. We don't need to stress the e-learning part. Just we've got a new technology. When they invented paper and pens, they start calling it paper learning instead of chalk learning. I doubt it. E-learning is just learning. But it does make you directly accountable. It's a two-way street. If you ask a student to submit a piece of work and you promise to get it marked, they expect it marked that night. I set deadlines at midnight and mark it for the next day. It's difficult. Again, use VLEs properly, buy the book. It's very cool. Thank you.